Hi guys, welcome back to the Lunchtime chat.
Hi.
Hello.
With Christopher.
Yeah.
With William.
William.
And with me.
Sam.
And today we're sponsored by Carhartt, guys.
Yeah.
We actually did this intentionally.
Yeah.
Came into school today. We're such idiots, man.
Use wait guys, use code name.
Yeah.
Use the code SAM20 to get 20%
Only
off your
Sam.
next. Only Sam. Just SAM20 on your next orders.
We look like such clowns, man.
No, so basically, I wore this hoodie today because
And then I wore this t-shirt. Sam wore this t-shirt.
No,
And then we were
and then
matching.
I saw Sam before getting the bus. And then I saw that you were wearing that, and I was like, "Oh man, we're wearing the same color as well."
And I was like,
and then he was like, "Imagine Chris was wearing the same thing." And then guess what?
It turns out he was.
Oh my god!
Nice. Guys, I have some interesting topics to talk about today.
Yeah.
I know, Will, you've talked to me about this on multiple occasions because I know you love summer.
Every day.
I love
On
summer.
the contrary, do you
So
guys...
He loves soccer.
Summer.
Summer.
Annie loves soccer.
I love soccer.
Annie's great at it. Do you guys suffer from any sort of seasonal sadness or seasonal depression, as they call it?
Yeah.
So basically, when winter comes around, you feel yourself just becoming more sad.
I think Will should lead this one in because you kind of got that.
Well, yeah. So
Knowledge about
basically,
it.
it runs in my family a little bit where, like my mom and I, we have this lamp which we use in winter, which is like it actually kind of works. Like it's been proven to work. Where when we eat breakfast, we have this because in winter it's dark most of the time in Luxembourg, which is and it makes me feel very very tired most of the time. So in winter time, I usually go to bed at like 9 on school nights. Which is, it's like I'm getting way over the sleep that I probably should.
Oh, that's good though.
But
I don't understand that, guys, because I really can't get to bed before like 11, even if I try.
Because it takes like a week.
11.
Yeah.
After holiday, I go to bed whenever. But then when I come back to school, I find it really hard to start going back to bed like 9:30, 10. Because it takes like a week to go back.
Yeah.
But once you're there, then it's easy.
I wish I were like you guys because I'm trying like every night to get to bed earlier, but somehow it just doesn't.
Right, yeah.
It just,
Well, I went to bed last night at 10:30.
That's
And
very
I
healthy.
feel I feel really tired now.
Because you didn't get
I
enough
wake
sleep
up
or
at-
like too much sleep.
No, I didn't get enough sleep.
Ah.
I wake up at 6:40, and when I went to bed at 10:30, I feel really really tired. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. But
Anyway, so
Sam,
you're actually
The seasonal depression.
Seasonal depression.
Um,
Describe it a bit.
I think maybe it has a bit something to do with where we come from. Because like,
yeah.
I mean, Will, you're a bit of a southerner.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's from my mum's side, so my mum has that issue a little bit, and she comes from Rome, where it's warmer
Oh my
most
God.
of the
I remember
time.
going. We went to Rome in December last year, and it was
Yeah.
just like 18 to 20 degrees.
Yeah,
Such nice weather.
It's amazing. So then, it's quite often like you get that with immigrants that come from North Africa where it's warm, and in countries in like Central Europe they hate it, and the further north they go, the more unhappy they usually are because of the weather difference over there.
But funnily enough, in Denmark, for example, during the winter we've got quite short days, shorter than here even. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
probably because it's really far north, obviously.
Yeah, or further north. But anyways, we're one of the happiest countries in the world. If you look at it ranking wise on like UN rankings and stuff. So I guess
How do they measure the happiness?
I think it's surveys.
Yeah.
Surveys among people.
Yeah,
Trying to see like, do you feel happy about the state of your life and things like that.
that's true.
So it's like, maybe does this weather thing even impact our happiness? It's kind of hard to
Like a
tell.
placebo effect, maybe.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
just like
But yeah, anyways, it's kind of funny how you can get that contrast between a happy country where they have short days and like really cold winters compared to something like Luxembourg.
Mhm.
I think Luxembourg is just like the worst of everything because
Yeah,
it gives you
definitely.
this dreary like
It's so
it's not
bad.
quite cold, but it's just grey.
you can't quite like put your scarf and jacket on during the winter, but you can't quite like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
no, it's
really.
so bad, man.
In Iceland where Ralph is, I think he said he has about 5 hours of sunlight a day. So
5 hours.
by the time he said like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, if you're still in school, sun's already down. It's
Yeah.
pitch black outside. Can you imagine that?
Must be so sad.
really bad.
Shout out Raven.
I feel like I don't really get affected by
I don't feel
that
too
too much.
affected.
I don't honestly. I find it quite not cozy, but
Yeah.
I find it quite comforting or just.
At
I
least if you've got like your cozy space
Yeah.
sort of defined at home where it's like, oh, this is my little corner where I've got my my books if you're into that. I know Sam reads so much, or like your whatever stuff you do. Then it can actually be really cozy to have like warmth and light on the inside, but it's looking at the grey.
No, but it's quite a strange concept, the seasonal depression thing, because it's not like depression where you're like crying on the inside and sad all the time. It's like this very slight kind of tiredness that you get. You know, when I get home, you know, say in like January or something, it's already dark, so my brain already thinks it's time to go to sleep, which is why I have a really big issue of getting work done in the winter.
I do experience that a bit, because it's like your brain sort of tells you, oh wait, it's dark outside, time to put like your jammies on.
Yeah, no, and get comfortable and watch
don't do your work anymore.
Yeah, that was a problem I had a lot last year. Like my grades fell significantly, like in the second trimester between December and spring, because I genuinely just found it so hard to get work done.
That's so weird.
It's so hard.
I'm the exact opposite to that. Well, I'm not that black and white, but I think during the summer or spring where it's hot outside, it's sunny.
I think also when you meet people, then you take away time from like your studies.
That's what I'm saying, and you also
That's never a problem.
for me, I'm like, if it's 20 degrees on a Saturday, and everyone's downtown and I'm studying, I'll be like, let me just rush this quickly and I can go out.
Yeah.
In winter, I literally just lock down. I have nothing better to do, so I don't enjoy it, but it's not a chore for me at that point. It's nice.
Yeah.
That's facts.
It's funny how different it is for all of us.
It's different in it.
Wow, Sam.
I connected to that, guys. We want to talk about stress.
Yeah,
How are you guys coping with stress at the moment? Do you guys have stress with IB?
I'll admit it, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, a lot, yeah.
This past week has been tough. There's been so much.
Because you do just high level art, right? And that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, right now it's high level art and geography. Geography's a lot of
Geo's
work.
so much work, man.
Yeah,
we all take hard geo. So.
And I'm sure people are going to be watching this and be like, oh yeah, just wait until like 12th grade or wait until whatever. But still, just getting used to it. It is quite a bit of work.
It's quite a bit different. They weren't lying when they said
No.
I feel like...
But it's manageable. It's
manageable. I feel like it hasn't properly hit me yet. I don't feel like there's been a weekend where I really have to catch up on all my work.
I've had like 4 of those.
That might be because you have... I might be because of my
lessons.
My lesson selection.
Yeah.
No, don't play yourself down, Sam. You just
Sam takes hard chemistry. How's that been, Sam? How's hard chemistry?
Hard chemistry so far. Well, so far the first like test was like it was a standard level test. Everyone did think it was alright. Yeah. But now we started to split into higher level, standard level. Okay. And I'm still contemplating because I have 4 higher levels right now, so I'm gonna drop either English or.
Do you know what I found out today?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Apparently it's really hard to get a 7 in English.
If
you're wondering. Like both.
Yeah.
She says, my English teacher said that it's only around 2 people in our grade per year that gets a 7 in English. Maybe.
What about
you're
six? What about 6?
6s are very common. So it's like there's loads of people that get 6s, but 7s are really hard to get.
Yeah, no, I need to get a 6 to get into.
You can do that.
I say the same thing about myself for chemistry. Like, am I going to get a 7 for chemistry higher up? I don't think so.
Yeah, but you can get 6.
Sorry, go ahead. Actually.
Yeah, no, you go for it.
Okay, I just wanted to ask. Well, it's similar, but how do you guys find IB in terms of like relating to the IGCSE course? So how are you doing? Are you doing better than you guys were doing like in the last couple of years, or you guys feel like you're doing better?
I'm doing the same. I'm surprised by that. I didn't drop a couple grades because usually they tell you like, oh yeah, you're going to drop like your grade level because it gets harder, right? But to be honest, so far I've been performing well and all that.
Honestly, so far I've been doing better in every subject. Like
so it's like both of us haven't really had that drop yet.
I mean, math. I was getting like really bad grades last year.
It's also a change of course.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I can argue that the end of 10th grade extended is harder than like the beginning of 11th grade AI.
Yeah, by far. By far. Standard level math last year, well, what's it called? Extended was quite tough for me. So.
No, I think the beginning of this year, I just found myself like, I was so happy with myself because I had this like this real motivation. I was looking at all these uni videos. Yeah. And this real internal motivation just to work. I feel like I've fallen off of it a bit, but at this point, I'm not being bombarded with too much work, so I'm not trying to catch up and stuff. But right at the end of the year, I felt like I was just a machine. I just kept working. And honestly, as soon as I signed a piece of an assignment or a piece of work, I literally just do it the day, thoroughly, well done. That's it. And Hopefully I regain that feeling.
I found like a hidden talent of like prioritizing stuff now, which I was never able to do before. Like before IB, I wasn't like, whenever I had work, I would put it off till the last minute. Sometimes I wouldn't even do it until the next day before class because I just couldn't be bothered. But now I'm actually doing my work early and like prioritizing in general. Like some days when I want to go to the gym, I don't go to the gym because I know I have work to do, which I would never have done before.
Yeah.
Never, like in a million years.
Will was at the gym every week last year. So like,
guys.
No, but yeah, remember that, guys. Always prioritize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And to relate a bit back to the prompt, do you guys have any like things that you do to handle stress or whatever?
Well, do you want to speak first, or do you have any ideas right now?
Well, I mean, we all go to the gym. Like,
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
The sports are off now.
I think if you're if you're going into the IB or going to your final part of the ICSE, I think it's so like as a person who loves doing sports and activity,
keep doing.
I think it's so important to keep or to start doing some sort of activity, whether it be even like half-hour walk with your dog or something. It's so important because I feel all the stress relieved when I have to go running for a while or go to the gym or something like that. It's so.
I think the gym is such a good stress relief.
It's such like a detox from work. I mean, like you can always that you always get those kids who all the way through our GCSE they go home every day and they study and they work and they get really good grades, but at the end of the day, it's just like a stress ball.
It's not sustainable, yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But then there are some people who can just do it all.
Yeah, some
which is like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, but some people are just extremely gifted.
Yeah.
Like yourself, Christopher.
Nah, don't.
I'd say Chris is pretty gifted.
What do
in
you
terms of like you work hard and you're able to do other stuff like your photography.
Canon.
Thanks, Will.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean it in like that way. But yeah.
But yeah, I think so activity is really important for stress relieving, and also social life as well. But it's kind of hard to get that now with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah,
I'm really placing my bets on that. That goddamn like Pfizer.
Yeah,
please Pfizer.
Yeah, come on, corporate gods.
I think what they expected for it to be being dispersed beginning of 2021, right?
Yeah.
Or
beginning of they're already going to make 50 million of them this year, but that's like not at all enough. I mean, that's 25 million people. But then they're going to try to do 1.5 billion next year.
Because you need 2, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the 1.5 billion next year, that will cover the European and US market,
Yeah.
And that's sort of that's the thing, the inequality of it. It's going to go directly to the developed countries.
At the same time, though, I reckon that once, Luxembourg's obviously going to get it first out of most of the countries.
They've already pre-ordered 400,000 copies.
Exactly. No. Like I can imagine that's probably correct because. We
can fact check it.
We can afford it. All the people here can afford it.
Yeah.
Our country can afford it, and then
it's actually the EU that has procured them a lot.
Oh right.
They've made this huge sort of
necessary, of course.
Yeah, a big fund for all the EU nations, and then they'll prioritize it based off where people need it most.
I mean, they're going to give it to the old people first, which means that I reckon that once all the people at risk are vaccinated and everything, then everything's just going to magically reopen again.
Then it might even be like, oh yeah, you can go to school with COVID.
No,
you know what I mean?
If you're, I don't know.
I think COVID's still serious enough that it's you've seen we've had friends who've had some pretty bad have had some pretty bad symptoms.
If you're symptomatic, I guess then.
Well, you don't know, do you?
I guess the testing won't be as large.
So if you're positive and you know you're symptomatic, then you can.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. No. It's like a flu basically, but I know people who still have trouble smelling stuff, tasting stuff.
I have experienced anything.
Yeah,
I thought we had a slight smell thing.
No, Sam had nothing.
I had nothing.
Oh,
it's so good. It's so
okay,
nice.
that's really good.
It's really good. Yeah.
And now you've got antibodies, probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Can you get a test for that?
Yeah, it's a blood test. You get an antibody test.
But it's not very accurate.
They've gotten better, I think.
Oh right.
But yeah.
Okay, guys, I want to move on to something as well.
Let's do that.
I see this in one of our prompts. It's quite an interesting one. I haven't really thought about this.
Is it more
do you think such thing as a past life or passing of your
that one.
Your being exists?
I do.
You do,
Go, Chris.
I do.
Let it rip.
Definitely.
Well,
I think the prompt goes, who do you think you were in your past life?
Yeah.
And I haven't given this too much thought, but it's a fun thing to fantasize about, to think about. I'm not saying I believe in reincarnation or something like that.
Yeah.
Could be true, but I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, who would you like to have been in a past life? And someone that you feel corresponds to you, not like, oh yeah, I was Abraham Lincoln because I'm just such a great guy.
Past life, I don't know.
It's a hard one.
I don't know if I want to be like a politician or like a singer or something.
You might have been a potter in South Korea like
John
1,000 years ago.
What about an
I was
animal?
John Lennon.
You could have been an animal.
An animal, yeah. John Lennon.
John Lennon, that's me.
That'd
Because I
be
have such
pretty
a musical talent.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
You play guitar though, Will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hit him up.
No. Okay, so no, it was basically during isolation I picked up a guitar and
And he just felt it in his fingers.
it's I just like learned little just because I was bored I learned like little tunes on it.
And actually, you played a bit, and you've
I've
progressed
learned
quite quickly.
You're quite bad.
No, I agree. No, I'm learning
Picture of
slowly.
Sam.
The picture of Sam.
Picture of Sam.
Yes, felt like a really good one.
No, you're a really nice one of these.
In a suit.
No white challenge, mate.
No white
Ah, legend.
Do you want to explain the no white challenge?
No.
I can explain no white challenge, right?
No white
Let's
challenge.
save it. We have to save it for an upcoming podcast. That's
Okay,
like
you know what?
too big of a
Comment
bomb.
down below if you want to know what the no wipe challenge is.
And we'll send you a DM.
Don't worry, it has nothing to do with poo.
So what were you thinking about your guitar, Will?
Yeah, so I'm actually thinking perhaps as a Christmas present to ask for a nice guitar because I'm kind of limited with my one. It's a very small size. It's like a little kid's guitar, and the strings are very old.
Yeah.
So the sounds that come out aren't as nice.
You can get new strings though, no, right?
I can,
Well,
but I
maybe
want
if
I
the-
want a nice frame as well because it just sounds better when it's bigger. It's kind of like with pianos. Like you
Yeah.
can get the strings to play, but it's like the whole like thing that makes the
Yeah.
sound.
But in that case, if you're gonna put that much money into a guitar, are you gonna get lessons or not?
Well, it's not that expensive. Like I'm not going for like a super nice guitar. I just want like a new one, something like off Amazon, like even you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And there are I found some like really really cool like YouTube instructors who like show you how to play songs at a time. And
So
while
easy
I'm playing the song, it's so easy nowadays. Like you just go,
Yeah.
it's so easy. You go on YouTube and you just search up the song that you want to learn and you can learn it.
It's really cool.
It's not that simple, obviously, but it's more about with guitar. It's like the finger positions. I'm sure it's the same with the piano. You know, it feels like really weird at first, but then once you learn it, you kind of.
It's all about experience because
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning when you're learning piano, I was quite small, but it's just like you feel, how am I ever going to coordinate my hands like this? And then once you've like got experience with it, it just keeps going.
And it's a really useful skill, like being able to do two things at once.
Yeah, mate. You
It's
just
really.
you get OP fingers.
I love playing instruments. You know the way Ed Sheeran is basically can pick up a guitar
Yeah,
and just
that's
play
so
it.
cool. That's what I want to.
I think that's why
do.
that's the advantage of the guitar is how
You can pick it up.
and you can always just get like those.
Those
You
ladies.
get,
You
yeah.
can't wheel around a like piano with.
It's
like,
like,
hey, want to see my piano skills?
I carry my piano over my back.
Yeah, exactly.
But the nice thing is, like, every single city in Europe has started putting out these like
Oh,
pianos
yeah.
publicly, so then you can
They've been doing
sit
that
down
lots
and
of
then
them,
you get like a little crowd watching you, and they're like,
Have you done that before?
ego goes 100.
Have you done that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've done that
Oh my
so
god,
much.
that's so huge.
No, I've done, you know, in like airports.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
airports, I've seen like a little,
You know, like
a little
airports.
kid with like a mushroom, like,
Yeah.
and
Like a straight back.
Yeah, you know, in like airports. Yeah, I get put on like YouTube compilations of like, this beautiful song will make you cry. Like, yeah, that stuff. So,
Back
related
to
back
the
to the thing,
past
if
life.
you needed to choose a
past life.
past life guitarist,
I mean,
Jimi
I'm not really.
Jimi Hendrix, that'd be cool.
I'd be
Jimi
enough. I think
Hendrix.
anyone I know.
Jimi Hendrix is pretty OP. Honestly, I don't know.
I would be Ringo, the drummer.
Ringo.
He's still,
a bit slow.
he's still alive, right?
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of someone who's dead and is.
Jimi Hendrix, man.
No, it's more. I'd love to be an athlete in well,
Oh, that'd be cool.
my past life as an athlete. I feel like athletes have this kind of mental
Would you rather
strength,
be
which is
an actor or an athlete?
what like now.
Yeah, now.
I need to think about that
I'm
question. Okay, go on, Sam.
I'd 100% go athlete for me.
Really?
I think, well, first of all, I love acting, but like, I like
It's so cool,
imagining
though.
things.
Yeah.
I find athlete, your whole lifestyle is just much more healthy. It's much more.
That's true.
There's a lot more pressure, I'd say, but
So much pressure.
I just think that you're surrounded by these teammates. Basically become your mates for
yeah.
unless you're doing like gymnastics or something. But yeah, I just feel like it's such an inclusive and such a nice.
Well, I mean
living.
that links a little bit. Sorry, that links a little bit to the question of would you want to be famous?
Yeah.
As in, like,
I don't know.
would you? Yeah, because being famous comes with, you know,
I think
obviously
either of those you're famous.
the money and the recognition, but at the same time, the recognition means that people are always going to be snooping on you. You know, trying to find out that, you know the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all about, like, oh my god, like this model like did this. Well, nobody really cares, but at the same time, people do care because they have nothing better to do than, I mean.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Go ahead, Chris.
Another thing, I guess with athlete and actor, you're always going to be famous, kind of, let's say if it's at that level. But it depends on what type of athlete you are. If you're like a professional high jumper, maybe not. You know? It's like, oh yes, I love
I think
triple jump.
I think the best profession is like a singer.
So,
Yeah.
I would
You're
love to
so
be a singer. Yeah.
if you're talking about like healthy life and stuff, you're so prone to like a cocaine addiction.
Yeah,
that's true. Unless you're like Ed Sheeran, he's just like the most normal guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like that.
What's the name of the Scottish guy?
Oh, Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
Lewis
And
Capaldi.
him, what a legend! I love
We
that.
saw him, yeah. So Sam and I went to the Bastille concert in Luxembourg a couple of years ago, I think.
2018 or
Oh
something.
my god, that was 2018.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or like December. No,
Or-
yeah, never mind. Or
And the prelude to that, or guys, stop. Okay, and the prelude to that concert was actually Lewis Capaldi,
Yes.
and it was the same day that his song, his first or his album,
Or like
hit
2
number
years
one in the
before,
UK. Yeah,
So
hit
we
number
had
one in the
no
UK.
idea who he was. We
Yeah.
literally saw,
But
thank God.
we knew that one song, somebody.
Barely
Love or something.
somebody love.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Thing is, I barely knew who it was. I was like, oh, thank God. I thought, because we were like 10 minutes late, I was like, oh, we're in this Bastille. I was like, okay, I can like go to the toilet or something.
Oh, like Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi was right. We were literally right front row as well.
Yeah.
And you saw, because
And when Bastille came on the stage, he invited Lewis Capaldi back on stage.
My boy.
Yeah, you know Lewis, like yeah. Lewis Capaldi.
You invite him back on stage.
Yeah, he invited him back on stage, not to sing, but to congratulate him because his
Because
album
of
that
the-
week had hit number one in the UK.
Oh, that reminds me. You guys excited for the new Lil Connor album?
Oh my god, yes. So Lil Connor is, for those of you that don't know, a British sort of rapper, I guess.
Yeah, he's
he's
a
like
rapper.
R&B kind of rap.
Yeah,
He's
It's
quite
like
famous.
really
He's quite
chill.
famous.
Yeah, he's becoming really. I reckon after this album, if it's good, he'll really break through even more.
I mean,
out
he's
of
got,
the
he's
UK.
got like hundreds of thousands of
Well, it's like-
followers
Yeah,
on
but
Instagram and
it's
stuff.
not like quite at the like
Yeah,
That was like
famous.
second album or something, third album.
No, third, right?
Third, yeah.
He had
The first one, and then Not Waving But Drowning.
yeah, and then this one.
Oh,
And
I love-
And
basically,
I'm so excited for this one because it's Madlib or
Yeah.
MF Doom or Mad Villain.
I listened to
Or,
that song that you gave me. That
Yeah,
was a really good song.
Doomsday by MF Doom.
Doomsday, yeah,
It's really good.
that was a really good
Because
song.
he's producing the album and he was like big in the 90s, a big 90s rapper in the US. And he's sort of kept his career going from like the early 90s to now. It's pretty crazy.
That's really.
You know, he's like 50 or something, or 40 in his 40s.
Well, if you love music, then you always have that. And also, like, that kind of 90s hip hop thing is, like, still recurring in music
And that's what
today.
Lil Connor is doing.
Exactly. It's very...
Yeah.
And, oh my god, when I heard the beat, like, of that new song, what's it called again? It's...
Invisible?
Sweet.
Hold on, I'll check it out.
I'm on it, baby.
Well, basically, Steph and I were...
Triple check.
Okay, yeah, you...
Oh,
that was really fast. It's called I Wonder Why.
Yesterday.
Oh, no, Yesterday, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think Yesterday is a good middle point between I Wonder Why and Invisible. Like, you guys are not off.
Yes, there was.
I was so off.
I wonder why.
No, I'm being serious. I think it's kind of like a middle thing.
No, and basically, I got a notification on YouTube saying that Loyal Connor
live
is like
streaming
live streaming.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like an event on YouTube where you wait, and I waited 30 minutes. I was working, but it was in the background.
Yeah.
And then Steph and I were like really excitedly texting each other. About how it was, it was like 50 seconds to go, and we were like, oh my god, it's coming out, like little fangirls, and yeah, it was really good, it was interesting.
Well, the hit
Kind of
song
like
was
a-
Ottolenghi, named after the cookbook.
Yes,
That's such a good song as well.
Yeah.
That was such on the train. You introduced me to that song, I think, Will.
yeah. I mean, I
It's
listened
funny because
to
we both. I remember you guys were listening to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, is that Not Waving But Drowning?"
yeah.
Because I had like looked at it separately, and you guys had like looked at it separately. It was just a funny like moment.
I listened to a few of the songs in his first album, but like not really knowing who he was. Like I had them in a playlist.
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
like
really
show
like-
up as a part of.
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
like, Discover. or
And I was like,
something.
oh, that's a cool song,
Yeah.
But then when for me the real was when Not Waving But Drowning got dropped.
Which one did you like the most from that album?
I love every song.
They're all good.
Every song is so good.
Crispy, that was good.
Yeah, Chris. Honestly, friggin' wait. Let me just get the album up right here. Not waving. So the Wi-Fi's being a bit slow.
No, it's fine, no. I think I don't know. That's so good about artists like that, where they produce albums and there can be a few like what's it called
Ice Water.
oh my god, I can't think of the word.
Not-
Dodgy. Jesus.
Yeah,
the
they
dodgy
won't be
songs.
any-
But for him, it's
Yeah.
just like you just know
Every
song.
song. Like I often listen to the album.
Because his voice
Like, just the
yeah.
album.
No, exactly.
On shuffle.
I feel like there are a few artists where you can do that. For me, that's Reggie Snow. I feel the
Reggie
same.
Snow, yeah.
You can just listen to like his full albums and they'll just be alright, or like even more than alright. But there's no song where you think like skip.
Like
you
Kanye
know?
West.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, there's like some of
It's
it.
just like it's like deep.
Yeah, it's like why you know Charles Gambino, like
Yeah.
his new album as well.
No, I didn't listen to it.
There's
Childish Gambino.
Gambino. How about one song? Redbone.
Childish
yeah,
Gambino.
That was such a good song.
Yeah, bro. But honestly,
My bad.
Childish
Wasn't
Gambino.
him.
It wasn't
his
him.
album.
No, he didn't really. Yeah, because his last album. Oh my god, that was 2016. Redbone was
My bad.
2016.
I'll find the other one.
It feels like it was longer ago though.
No, it feels like 2018.
No, it feels longer than that.
Because I still have it in my playlist, so I still like comes up sometimes today.
Well, guys, I think it's time to
Yeah.
wrap up the show.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh,
This one went quick.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys.
Right.
We have lots of stuff planned for next week as well, guys.
Yeah.
True.
If only you could see the prompt list, and we'll reveal what the no wipe challenge is. Stay
Well,
tuned.
yeah, remember that. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.